All right. Hello, everybody. Whoever's watching out there in TV land. Woohoo! We are live. TV land, Twitch land, whichever it is. If you're joining us, we are going to be playing Coffee Shop Screenwriter. It is it's a storytelling RPG where everybody takes on the role of a screenwriter who has to complete a screenplay for his agent, but he's had trouble sleeping the night before, so he's had insomnia. We are being joined by TJ, my buddy TJ.
Yep.
And we're also being joined by my brother Shane. He's here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And my friend Mateo.
Yo.
Yay, okay. So I'm gonna change up how the game plays a little bit, just because we're on the stream. So to let you guys know, you're gonna be making all the decisions as it shows in the PDF that I sent you and you guys have read. But since we're not gonna be able to see what you guys write down and what you choose, I'm gonna be writing everything down for you. So I'm gonna take on the role of the screenwriter. But I will be making none of the decisions. You guys will all be still making the decisions for the screenwriter. It's just going to be me writing them down on the papers and putting there so you guys can all see them still. And I'll adjust the money die and the coffee die, which are right here on the screen, for you guys. So just a little bit of a change up. You guys will still be making all the decisions, all the stuff as we write it down, and go on from here. I'm trying to see. Okay. I'm just trying to manage everything over here while we're doing this. I still got everybody with me. Everybody can see everything on the screen. You can see all the papers and the little chart and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Can I read it?
Now, can you read? Yes, that's the ultimate decision, is whether you can read or not.
I've been able to read the second grade.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of a setup for everybody here before we get started. We need to establish a few things about the screenwriter and the coffee shop and the screenplay that we're going to be writing here. So as a group, I need you guys to come up with a name for the screenwriter, and we're gonna write it on top of the character sheet right here.
Jess O'Malley, anyone? That was just the first name that came into my head.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It just doesn't sound like a director. I remember.
Oh, not a director. This is a screenwriter. Nobody remembers this screenwriter.
No one remembers the screenwriters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So we're playing this guy. You guys ever seen the show Herman's Head?
A long time ago.
Like back.
In front of everyone?
Yeah, it's back in like I think it's late 80s, early 90s. It was like 90, 91 or something like that. There's a show called Herman's Head on TV where the guy, he works in an office and he basically goes to day-to-day life, but then they had a bunch of comedians on the show that lived in his head and played different characteristics of him, like lust and anger and stuff. So every now and then they zoom inside of his head and the people would talk for him, or they show what he was feeling and anger stuff like that, and then zoom back out to what he was actually doing. So that's kind of like what we're doing here. I'm going to be the screenwriter, and you guys are all the people in my head making all the decisions. So yeah. So what is my name? What is it?
Penny Meadows.
Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, that's fine.
Penny Meadows?
Yeah, why not?
Penny Meadows. Alright, my handwriting is sloppy as hell, so. Okay, so I need you all guys to all come up with one movie that I love and one movie that I hate. So you're each going to come up with one of them each. So let's go ahead and go TJ. So one movie that me as a screenwriter, Penny Meadows, loves, and one movie that I hate.
It'd probably be heresy to make the movie you hate, The Princess Bride, huh?
Possible. Hey, if you want to do it that way.
Heresy. That's too much heresy.
Mm.
Alright, I got it. The movie, we'll go with the movie you love as The Princess Bride.
Okay.
Because that's like, And the movie you hate.
Mm.
Let's go with the Infinity War.
Hate Infinity War. Ooh. Okay, Mateo, give me a movie I love and a movie I hate.
A movie you love?
A movie that Penny Meadows, the screenwriter, loves.
The Diary of Anne Frank.
Love or hate?
He loves it.
Okay.
Diary of Anne Frank. Okay, and what is a movie that Penny Meadow hates?
RoboCop, because she considers it the death of cinema.
There we go, RoboCop.
The original one or the remake?
The original.
Oh.
Okay, so it's like 1980 something. Okay, I'll put that in parentheses. 1980s version. Okay. Okay, Shane, I need a movie that Penny Meadows loves and one that Penny Meadows hates.
Let's give her a contradiction and let her love Endgame.
Endgame.
Anymore.
Yeah. All
Because
right.
it's over now. Wow.
Okay.
And she hates Panic Room.
Panic Room. I don't think I've seen Panic Room.
No one's seen Panic Room.
Yeah. I've been in a panic room.
Oh,
No.
right.
Escape room.
Okay, and you guys can see those right there, right? Yeah, because we'll be able to have to reference those later on. It's trying to write it big enough. Okay. All right. So now we need each player has to suggest a reason that the screenwriter didn't sleep last night, that had insomnia, and then discuss as a group which one of those to use, and we're going to put it on the character sheet for the screenwriter. Hey, camera. I talked to you earlier about being... There you go. Okay.
Is there an order you want us to go in?
No, because you guys are just discussing it as a group, a reason. So each of you come up with a reason that I didn't sleep last night, that I had insomnia, and then as a group vote on which one you're going to choose to put on the sheet. So go ahead and just throw them out there.
Writer's block feels too basic.
Penny Meadows overslept because she was too busy looking at foreign Indian men build sandcastles into pools on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, well that's one.
I get it. I shouldn't relate, but I get it.
It's descriptive enough, I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, no, and I could actually somewhat relate to that one. Up late last night because she couldn't get over a bad ship.
A bad ship?
Angry because of a bad ship. I need a bad ship.
A ghost ship?
No, a bad ship. Like,
Sasuke and Chakra.
Thank you. Yeah, that's perfect.
Like
She's
what?
so
Just does not
angry
make
over
sense.
that ship. It doesn't, but she's so angry over it that she couldn't get any sleep last night.
Okay, and so as a group, go ahead and decide what reason together you want to use.
I mean, some guys making sandcastles is pretty. I can relate to that.
I got another word for you.
Alright.
She killed a spider in the room, and she knows that its family watched her. So now, for the rest of her life, she will live in horror.
Or it could be that worst one where you go to smush the spider, but when you lift your hand, it's not there, and you know it's spawning.
No, but anxiety over a dead spider's family watching you, I don't know, that's got a certain... That's about as crazy as a screenwriter sounds.
Right. Killed or thought thought she killed. A spider. And now is worried about spider retribution. All right. Okay. So now we're going to move on setting up the coffee shop. So as a group, you guys have to decide where the coffee shop is. Like what city? Is it on a beach, airport? Is it on another planet? And I'm going to go ahead and write it down. So as you guys just talk amongst yourselves, figure out where this coffee shop is.
Let's see.
Well, she's trying to stay awake because she didn't sleep. I said she's somewhere where it's really busy, like just the loud downtown area of like Chicago with honking and everything. That'll be
That
I mean,
sounds...
let's be real here, though. I mean, let's get with the times, guys. What coffee shop is actually open inside right now?
Actually, there's one right up the street from me called Chicago.
Okay, okay, come on, man. You know what I mean. Don't play this. Don't do this to me.
About working off
but
of
they're just making a mom and pop coffee shop that tends to be open, not the like Starbucks right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you want to work off Shane's idea of some busy, high-traffic area, it could be a busy, high-traffic intergalactic area somewhere in outer space. High-profile coffee shop.
How about this? What if Starbucks now has a like a food truck, but it's a coffee truck to keep for the social distancing. So it's a food truck, but converted into a coffee truck.
Mobile Starbucks.
Oh,
yeah, it's a
wait.
mobile Starbucks.
Hold on, no, Starbucks got too much money just to be a normal coffee truck. Why not have it just in a helicopter?
Mobile Starbucks helicopter.
And just you sit there like...
I think you're confusing Starbucks for Amazon. Jeff Bezos is not doing coffee.
Okay, well, yes, but, you know, I mean, there's like 20 Starbucks, in Lake Tracy.
Yeah.
Starbucks, is Starbucks I?
No.
Starbucks in? I don't know what the plural of that is.
Starbucks. With an X, with an X instead of an S. You know.
Starbuckses.
Starbuckses.
That sounds like something from Urban Dictionary.
It does, and I don't want to look it up.
Oh boy.
You just decide where the coffee truck is. I'm gonna go look it up.
You know what? Yeah, let's stick with fine. I'm alright with the coffee truck.
Coffee truck. Does that sound good to you, Mateo?
You know what? Let's do a coffee truck in San Francisco. So you get your coffee and you also get to smell shit all the time.
There you go. Okay. So
I think it's one of those self-driving ones too.
Yeah, I'd like to change my reason for why she stayed awake all night.
I'm worried about getting hit by a self-driving coffee truck in San Francisco.
Self-driving truck.
Coffee truck in San Francisco.
I mean, since he said self-driving, you could throw Seattle in there too.
Yeah.
Is that how you spell San Francisco? No, that's a C. What am I? Oh.
It's not like you've ever lived near there or anything.
Yeah, no, yeah, we didn't live right below there, and our dad didn't work in San Francisco. No. Okay, coffee truck in San Francisco. Okay, so now that we got the place where the coffee shop is, each one of you, I would like each one of you to come up with a feature of that coffee shop truck in San Francisco, such as like the atmosphere, decorations, the customers in there, and go ahead and tell me what it is, and then I'll go ahead and either write or we can draw it on the coffee shop sheet to kind of flesh out the coffee shop a little bit. So go ahead and tell me what it is.
Said self-driving.
So okay, so it's self-driving, okay, and then Mateo.
Since it's in San Francisco, a really steep hill where only overly athletic people go to.
So it's at the top of a steep hill?
Yes.
Self-driving on top of a steep hill. Okay, TJ.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, just a feature. You got it's a truck in San Francisco. It's self-driving. It's on top of a steep hill. So I don't know, like atmosphere, some decorations of it, some other customers that are already there.
It's so trendy, all the customers look like neutrinos from Turtles.
Oh, you know what? With something health conscious right now.
Gluten. Everybody's gluten free.
Everybody's gluten free.
Vegan.
Vegan, gluten free. Yeah.
Anti-vax. You don't want any vax in your
Here's
coffee.
another one for you. Here's another one for you. There's a homeless man who sells stick figures of famous celebrities.
Go with this.
Hey, put that on there? Okay.
I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
Okay.
What do you do? Sell blood out the trunk?
Yeah. Oh, homeless man.
By the way, I insisted this place is called Star Trucks.
Start selling stick
Second.
figure celebrity. Stick figure celebrities. All right. So we're fleshing out our coffee shop a little bit more. We're going to be getting some inspiration for different things. All right. So now we need to figure out a little bit about the screenplay before we start. So each player needs to suggest a genre for the screenplay. What kind it should be, comedy, thriller, horror, and then as a group decide which one we're going to use for the screenplay. And you actually can combine them, like romantic comedy, horror, whatever. So everybody throw out a genre, or just as a group decide on what genre the screenplay is going to be.
Well, my favorite genre is like campy horror.
So what kind of horror?
Campy, kind of like Evil Dead.
Yeah, campy horror.
Okay.
What the Nightmare on Elm
Not
Street
campy
series
horror
ends up
like
really-
Jason Voorhees, where it happens at a camp. No,
Yeah.
campy horror.
That was all the 80s. That was all the 80s horror movies were campy horror.
Right, including Sleepaway Camp, which apparently they had 3 of them, and I sat through them all the other day.
No, I'm sorry.
Nice.
All right. So, what kind of genre should this screenplay be?
Romantic sci-fi. If we're just throwing ideas out there.
So, we got campy horror, romantic sci-fi. What's your suggestion, Mateo?
A legal drama.
A legal drama?
Yeah.
Okay, and so now all you as a group have to decide what what it's going to be. You combine them, or
If anything like the inside of my head is going to be none of those and something else we come up with.
I mean, there's like 20 different CSIs now made, so someone's doing something right.
yeah.
Huh.
You guys could have like a horror fantasy legal drama. Just stick them all together, make all the movies in one screenplay.
I'm not even sure if I can picture that.
Yeah.
Although now my mind is screaming rock opera superhero, and I just kind
A
of...
superhero rock opera. That would actually, I mean, work for Cop Rocks for a little bit, you know. For those of us old enough to remember that TV show. I need you guys' input. Work together. Figure it out. Genre.
If
I
we
mean,
do it
that's
legal and...
possible.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
A lawyer who's on a spaceship, Resident Evil in space.
Evil in space.
That
Oh,
would,
you
that
mean
would cover all those.
it would?
So like a legal sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Let me write that on there. So
They were playing D&D and we're already multi-classing.
there you go. Legal sci-fi.
Oh, buckle up. We can get this way worse.
I mean, actually, that has been done. It's the trial of Gaius Baltar in Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, there you go.
I know. Well, Star Trek doesn't have them all together. Star Trek does it.
Okay, so how we are going to play is that at the beginning of each act, there is like a little short description, and a question for everybody to answer as a group at the beginning of the act. And then after we answer that question and we write it on the appropriate sheet, we're going to start fleshing out the screenplay, Act 1. There will be questions called screen beats, and we're going in order. Everybody will have a chance to answer one of their screen beats. So on your turn, we're going to go ahead and reduce the caffeine die, which is the black die right here. We're going to reduce it by 1. And then you have a choice whether you want to spend $1, and you're starting out with $6 on the green die right here. You'll have a choice to spend $1 to increase the caffeine die by 4. And then once you make that decision, go ahead and I'll read the screen beat for you. And then you'll have to make a decision based on where the caffeine die is where you'll get your inspiration. And that's where it has that little chart right there where it says caffeine level. Depending on where your die is where you'll get your ideas from. Either an original idea or one of the screenwriter's life experiences. One of the movies that we've actually chosen and written down on the movie list right there, or from just looking around at the coffee shop. And there's a little more fleshed out. Yeah, original ideas, you're on the top of your game, you come up with anything, draw a little lightning bolt next to the original idea you have for that on the screenplay. Life experiences is just like an element of either your real life that you use, or you can do something from the screenwriter's life. The movie, like we said, from there. If it's a movie that we hate, we're going to draw an X next to it. A movie that we love, we'll draw a heart next to it. And also stuff from the coffee shop, because those are the bottom ones. When your caffeine's low and you can't really come up with an idea too much, you're basically plagiarizing from the area around you, just what you see from what we've established in the coffee shop. And then we'll go ahead and we'll move on, once we write those down, fill out the relevant information from the screen beat onto the relevant sheet. So let's see, let's get our order. We'll get our turn order right here. Oh, where's my mouse? Get back here. So I see, in our chat channel on Discord, it looks like we've got TJ first, then Shane, then Mateo. So we'll just go ahead and keep it easy. We'll keep that in as our turn order going around.
Alright, no initiative order this time.
No initiative. It's just going to be that. No, I didn't bring any D20s, just the D6s. So no initiative order. So first up is, okay, so Act 1.
All right.
So this is going to be your question that you're going to have to answer as a group at first, and then it will be it'll start your turn, TJ. So
Okay.
you walk into the coffee shop and take a seat, or rather, I do, the screenwriter, Penny Meadows. I walk into a coffee shop and take the seat. I look around at the barista making coffee. What is the barista's name, and what is the screenwriter's first impression of them? So we're going to write that on the coffee shop sheet. So you guys as a group decide what the barista's name is and what is your impression of them, or my impression as a screenwriter of them.
Well, I mean, if this is a barista in a truck,
A self-driving truck.
a self-driving truck, does that mean the barista's an android?
A Cylon.
What's that?
Maybe a Cylon.
A Cylon?
Cylon.
A Cylon barista? Whoa, hold on a minute. That sounds a little too creative. Let's see. I don't know. One of those robots that they made for Tesla. Because it's a Tesla self-driving car, right? Self-driving truck.
Yeah.
I feel if we're doing anything silly like that, we gotta be doing. It's gotta be something like, okay, Tesla made a self-driving truck that's the robot that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the robot can do anything it needed to while it's self-driving. You know, sit there, fold clothes, smack your kids who are being too loud in the back, anything you need, including make coffee.
So that's your guys'
Really be joking. We can just call him Nikolai. You know, since he's a Tesla.
Oh, Nikolai. So the barista, Nikolai,
Robot
the
barista.
the Cylon barista, or your impression is you think they're a Cylon?
The android barista. Yeah, I'll take it.
Nikolai, the android
Okay.
barista. Okay, so Nikolai, the android barista. All right. Okay, TJ.
Alright.
Okay, so first for your turn, we're gonna reduce the caffeine die by 1, but it doesn't go below 1. If it ever hits 1, it stays 1. So.
Alright, so that means that I have to take something from the...
Well, now you've got to decide whether you're gonna spend £1 or $1 to increase the caffeine die by 4, or leave it where it is.
You know, because we're already going with a sci-fi thing, and we've got quite a few things for coffee shop or a movie, I mean, we're obviously trying to go with I think an android lawyer would be a somewhat compelling thing, right?
Yeah, if that's where you're going, yeah.
I mean, that's got to be it right there. I mean, we had a sci-fi space drama,
a legal sci-fi horror.
Legal sci-fi horror drama. Yeah, that's enough words right there. Yeah, that's enough multi-classing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not
I think
gonna.
having it.
You leave it at 1. You're not going to spend money to
Leave it at
increase
1.
it. Okay.
Yeah, leave it at 1.
So now I'm going to read you the screenplay beat, and then based off your caffeine level, which you said you're leaving it at 1, so you'll choose inspiration from one of the movies on your list or from the coffee shop around you. And we'll go ahead and read. So your screenplay beat is: who is the hero of your story? What is their name, age, and occupation?
Okay.
And you're going to draw your inspiration from either a movie or from the coffee shop around you. So movies.
Alright, what's the... Because this is how I rip off movies. What's the female version of Nikolai?
Nicole.
Okay. So the android Nicole, that's a lawyer, right? Age... I don't know, 3? Because they come off the assembly line like adults. Occupation, lawyer. Is that illegal?
I'm reading through.
Ask Nicole.
Well, Nicole, because Nikolai, that's kind of close, right?
No, I'm saying ask Nicole if it's illegal. She's a lawyer.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. It says the rules here say that even though it is your turn, TJ, you can have discussions with the other players, but the final decision is up to you since you're the current player. You
Right.
draw inspiration from life experience, or for this in this case, the movie or the coffee shop, and you can add something new to one of the relevant sheets, or you can use something that's already been put down on the sheet. And if we use something that's already on the sheet, we go ahead and put a heart next to it. Oh, that's the wrong stack. This is right. Okay. So you're saying Nicole?
Nicole, right? It's like
Okay.
Nikolai the bartender, right? The
Okay.
barista.
And how old is she?
I gotta be careful with how I word this. Appears 25, but because Android younger. We won't go younger because I know how people on the internet get. So.
Yeah.
We lost Mateo about that.
Oh, did we?
Did we lose him in the chat?
Yep.
Oh no! It says it
Uh-oh.
shows he's still. Oh no, he is gone. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second. Oh, his power went out. Okay, so it says he said his power. He messaged me and said that his power went out. To give him a second, he's trying to get back in. So yeah, but that his power went out. Okay. So it's a good thing we got a couple rounds going till we get to his turn. So Nicole appears 25, but is younger,
Android.
but is younger as she's an android. And what's her?
So she's 25 in Android years.
Yeah, and
There you go.
like dog ears. And occupation, because we're going with the crime thing. That's just the lawyer, right?
Okay. And
I mean, that's. I'm making sure that's not too outlandish.
Yeah, no, because you guys are doing a legal sci-fi horror movie.
Yeah, legal. Illegal. Yeah, okay. Just because that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, legal sci-fi horror.
All right.
Okay, and okay, so you guys, are using from the character. Oh, hold on, my screen. You guys are from. Oh no, not the character. The movie sheet. So Android. So would that count as RoboCop?
Yeah.
No. No, he's not really an android. He's more of a robot. He's a robot cop. But you are using from the coffee shop the inspiration of the Nikolai the android barista.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're supposed to put a heart next to that because they did. William, the designer, did send me an updated PDF. Said some of the players wanted to know if there was like a rating system at the end of it, and that they actually made one. And he sent me an updated PDF with the rating system, and it's based on the different like hearts and stuff. How often you use other inspiration that you've already written down and stuff like that. All right. So now it's going to go to Shane.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Yep, there you are. Here, I was gonna say you're here, and we're still waiting for Mateo to get back. Let me write him and say, okay, just jump in when you can. All right, jump back in when you can. Yeah, sometimes stuff happens, especially with live streams, but that's how stuff goes. Okay.
So what do I do on my turn?
Okay, so on your turn, we're going to reduce the caffeine die by 1, which it's already, like put on the paper right there, it's already at a 1, so we don't reduce it anymore. And then you get to decide if you want to spend $1 from the green die to increase your caffeine level by 4, which would take it up to a 5, which whenever you're answering your screenplay beat would put you for your inspiration at an original idea or a life experience.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get some caffeine in us.
Okay, so you're buying a cup of coffee for $1, and it will increase your caffeine level to a 5. Right. And so now we're going to read you your screenplay beat. Yours is, where does the hero live? What's their home like? Do they have family or do they live alone? So you get to draw your inspiration from an original idea or from life experience.
I would almost say that the only type of family that Nicole, the android lawyer, would have are the millions of brothers and sisters. Not all manufactured.
Oh, so do they live in like a warehouse kind of setting, or like just a home for wayward robots?
Yeah. I always want to steal this one, but pretty much like the Robot Arms apartments from Futurama, where it's just a closet that they can go into. I think.
Okay, it's just a closet they go into. Yeah, so you're going off the original or life experience. Have you ever been in a situation where you've just been crammed in a room with a bunch of other people?
Joss. It's me in closets.
Yeah, you in closets. When we were talking about closets, I was talking more about us, all four of us brothers being forced to live in one small room together with two bunk beds.
Right, but that's not Penny, Joss.
Yeah,
Penny has never had to do that.
Ah, you never know, Penny. Well, this isn't Penny. Penny could have had to do that. It all
With her
depends.
siblings, nickel, quarter, and dime.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that then.
Okay, so she lives.
Does that mean her older brother is 50 Cent?
Yeah. So lives in a robot closet. In a or packed closet. Closet with other.
Or closet-sized apartment for androids.
Other androids. Okay. And is that's from original idea or life experience?
Life experience.
Life experience. Okay. Because if it's an original idea, we draw a little lightning bolt next to it, so bolt of inspiration. So and then you can also add to Penny Meadows, our screenwriter here, that she grew up
With 4 other siblings.
packed in a room with siblings. Awesome. Because as we're fleshing out the screenplay, we're also going to be fleshing out the screenwriter a little bit. Everything is tilted all of a sudden. Bugging me, my OCD. Okay, do we have Mateo back with us yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, awesome. Okay, I was just switching over to Discord to see if you're popped in. I was like, yes, and you're here. Yay! Awesome. Power went out, huh? Power outages suck.
Jeez.
Okay.
We just started the screenplay. It's already cursed like every other horror movie in Hong Kong.
Yeah, there we go.
Begins.
Yeah. So in case you didn't catch it, Mateo, TJ had to answer who is the hero of the story, and chose Nicole, who appears 25 but is younger because she's an android and she's a lawyer. And that Shane answered where does the hero live, and got to use, since he raised he spent $1 to raise the caffeine die by 4. He got to use either original idea or life experience, and he to answer the where does the hero live part, and he chose that he lives in a packed closet with other androids, and we determined that the Penny Meadows right there had grown up cramped in a room with other siblings as the life experience. So now it is your turn. We're going to rotate the caffeine die down 1 to 4, and then you get to make the choice if you're going to spend $1 to bump that up by 4. But you also got to note that it only goes as high as 6. It'll never go higher than that. So you kind of, if you spend it now, you'd be gaining only 2 caffeine rather than gaining 4 caffeine.
No, I'm not going to spend $1.
Okay. Okay. So your question right here is what is the hero's occupation? So we already know from before that they are a lawyer, but you can determine where do they work? Are they in school for it? Are they looking for a job there? Are they happy there? Like the questions concerning their occupation. And you get to glean these from either a movie or one of Penny's life experiences. Your own life experience, not Penny's life experiences, your own life experiences about where she works concerning her occupation.
Penny or the lawyer?
No, the lawyer, yeah, for the screenplay. We're talking, it's the hero. So it's Nicole, who appears 25 but is younger because she's an android. So far, we know she's a lawyer. She lives in a packed closet with other androids. But more about her occupation as a lawyer. Like, where is she a lawyer at? Does she like the job? Or is she a lawyer but she's out of work and she's looking for a job as a lawyer? Or is she still in school to be a lawyer? Just there was stuff about her occupation.
Let's see. So the lawyer, she is familiar with Rand Enterprises, which is a legal counsel for rich people.
So she works for Rand Enterprises. Sorry, go ahead. I'm like half talking while I'm writing, but I'm listening to you. Councils, rich people. This is Rand Enterprises.
She
from there.
Works for Rand Enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
She hates it because she is, of course, in San Francisco, and she has to deal with a bunch of rich snobs and bailing out their children from hit and run accidents.
Dealing with rich snobs.
And what else are we supposed to add? Sorry.
No, just as much as you'd like about their occupation. So Rand Enterprises counsels rich people. She hates it because she's dealing with the rich snobs and their kids.
Well, she went to school for, law to make the country better, make her state better. But because of where she is now, she's kind of stuck in the situation where she's giving legal counsel to rich people, entitled people, and she hates it because it's not what she wants to do, but it's what she has to do because she lives in San Francisco and is currently living in a closet, so she needs as much money as she can get, and selling her soul to the devil seems to be a fair price.
Yeah. To rich people out of necessity. Okay, and did you get this from a movie or from life experience?
I got this from a TV show.
Yeah, it's a Iron Fist, right?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. Yeah.
It's almost Iron Fist.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I was gonna say Rand Enterprises, and that it's Iron Fist, right? But yeah.
Yeah. And the owner or the leader of Iron Fist is Jerry Hogarth.
Okay, so we're gonna put this. We'll put it on the movie list, even though it's a TV show, and we'll put Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
Yeah. You know, from the Matrix.
She was a terrible person. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about actor wise, actress wise? Are you talking about?
Phenomenal. Just in that series, she was a terrible person.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're starting to flesh this out really well. Our script and our movie list. Now that that's on our movie list, if anybody uses it again, we'll put like a heart next to it to show it's been used again, and that'll of course go toward our totals at the end of the game. All right, so now we are back around to TJ, and your screenplay beat. I think in this first act there's like there's 8 screenplay beats, and then we actually have like 5 acts to get through. But the screenplay beats for each one lessen as we go. I think the 5th act only has like 5 screenplay beats. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so for yours, TJ, what is the hero's world like? Do they live in an oppressive city ruled by a dictator? Are they stranded on a desert island? You know, what year is it? Explain the world that this story takes place in. And so first we gotta we gotta lower the die by 1. I should have done that
so
first.
We're at 5.
You're at 3 on the caffeine die. And we got $5, but you're at 3 at the caffeine die. So you've been continuously sipping that coffee, trying to write this screenplay. Penny Meadows, yeah, she's about halfway through a cup.
Okay, well, let's define the horror part real quick, guys. So, is this horror from the character perspective or horror from the audience perspective?
Well, when I suggested it, I was thinking audience perspective.
Because, like, I'm trying to think of, I swear I've seen one where, oh, that's what it was. Okay, it's a TV show. Did you guys ever see that Supernatural episode where the people from the descendants of the Titanic kept dying because the world was out of balance?
No, I don't think I saw it. Was that one of the later seasons?
Season 7 or so?
Yeah, I think I've seen up to 5.
Season 7.
Okay.
So my question is can we use that with our caffeine level?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're at level 3. It's from a movie or life experience.
Yeah, no, for a movie or the coffee shop.
Coffee shop.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking if people just disappear, like the world had no perspective that they were disappearing. There was just that sense of offness from it. Like, oh, I need to go. Why? You know, they're on their way to meet with someone. That person will just disappear from like reality. Some of that Lovecraftian, like, unknowable.
What if it's the other androids?
Actually, what if I were to bump that up to an original idea?
You want to spend
Take some more caffeine to grab an original idea. Yeah, because it's not really. I haven't actually seen anything like it. So let me grab that caffeine real quick. Yeah.
Take a 4 to bump the die all the way up to a 6. All right. Okay.
So we're maxed out on that. So let's go ahead and call it just a more horror world where people will disappear, but no one has a memory of that person. So it's like, oh, I'm on my way to go see, and then they're just on their way somewhere, but they don't know what.
It sounds like a
People that are the people that are disappearing, are they self-aware that they're disappearing?
They're just gone from reality.
Do you know what a false Hydra is?
A false what?
False Hydra.
Hydra.
False Hydra?
It's a D&D, yeah.
Pretty much anyone in each that happens to, they just disappear completely from everyone else's memory.
Okay. But let's make it interesting with this android because she's android or special or something.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that they existed.
So nobody knows they were there except Nicole.
Except her, yeah. So the world, but it happens regularly enough that it's like not at once. It happens enough.
Yeah, except Nicole, who realizes what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm referencing frickin'
I was gonna say, is that the plot of Big O?
No, I'm pretty sure that was part of the plot of Shutter Island, actually.
No, because
Oh, yeah,
everything
you're
was
right.
in his head, or they were making it up for him there to try to play out and get him to realize that he was. I'm not giving spoilers. Spoilers, Twitch spoilers.
Oh yeah, we
People
gotta
should have
say
seen
that
that
on Twitch,
movie.
don't we?
People should have seen that movie by now. It's been out for a while.
Yeah, it's a good movie though. It's a really
Yeah.
good movie. But I'm just
Let's drop children.
yeah. But like, that's that whole plot is like she is aware, but no one else is.
Yeah. So horror world where people disappear and nobody remembers that they were there except Nicole, who realizes what's happening. Okay. Anything else to flesh out the world a little bit?
That's more of her backstory, isn't it? Though, like where she would recognize that.
What do you mean her backstory? Nicole's
Well,
backstory?
I mean, like, yeah, like, oh, how does she know she has that? Like, a case went missing. A case that she was going on to meet up with doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, yeah, that's actually one of the screen beats that come in that would go underneath that. I'm not gonna say what it is yet because it's coming up in a little bit, but yeah, fleshing that out about her realizing that is what it would be one of the.
It's one of the later acts.
One of the later screen beats. But this is just like fleshing out the world that she's in. So yeah. So now we've set that. So that's what's happening in the world, and she realizes what's happening. Do we want to give this like a year that's happening in, or?
You know, because everything else is going all wonky, why don't we just make it 2020?
2020, yeah.
2020 Part 3.
Yeah, we haven't had September's bingo spot yet for the world catastrophe.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That.
Exactly. We haven't, you know.
Yeah. All right. Okay, and then we're gonna. So that was born of an original idea. We're gonna put a star next to that.
I mean, it's somewhat Lovecraftian, but I don't know of a Lovecraft story that deals with that. So
that specifically, yeah. Okay.
That concept of the unknowable that you have no control over. That's more Lovecraftian, but
yeah.
It's Lovecraftian without the races. Let's go with that.
Not gonna get into that on the Twitch here on the stream. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now for the next one, it's gonna go. We're gonna go to Shane. Okay. Double check, make sure we got everybody here still. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So Shane, at the beginning of your turn, we go ahead and rotate the caffeine die down to a 5, and then you get to make a choice whether to spend $1 to bump it back up.
You know, I'm not going.
You're not going to. Okay. Well, yeah. You never know. Yeah. So out of 5, you'll be choosing your inspiration
You get
from.
no benefits for that.
Yeah, from an original idea or from your life experience. So your screenplay beat is, how is the hero flawed? Like, do they have a weakness, a fear, an addiction? Do they treat people poorly? How are they flawed? We already have it established that they are pretty upset in their current job situation because they're doing stuff. So how are they flawed?
Well, going off of Mateo's thing about with the rich clients who are just horrible people, she's been corrupted so much she thinks all of her clients are guilty.
Oh, she thinks all of her clients. Oh, that nice. Nicole thinks all of her clients are guilty. Due to representing rich kids so much. Yeah. Awesome. That is a great flaw for our poor Nicole. All right. Okay, so moving on. Put those die back down. Oh, I actually just have some space down here. I'm going to put them right there. Okay, so Mateo, we're going to decrease the caffeine die to 4. And then you get to choose whether to bump it up or not with $1 or to leave it at 4.
Okay.
Do you want to spend $1 or do you just want to leave it there?
I'll leave it there.
Okay. So your screen beat is something happens that pulls the hero out of their normal day-to-day life. What is it? And so this is what I was referencing when we were talking about TJ. You know, something that happens, you know, that makes her realize, you know, the stuff. This could be that thing. So it says maybe they meet a new love interest. Maybe a killer strikes. Maybe someone tells them that their partner's a spy. This is the beginning of her story. What sets her on her journey. So what is the thing that pulls Nicole, the android lawyer, out of her normal everyday life in this horror world where people disappear and nobody realizes it, that the people were ever there at all except for her.
As she's an android, she is required to do a reset once a week with her software.
Mm-hmm.
And she, one time, because she was busy or overworked, she forgot to do this reset. And because she forgot to do this reset, she noticed that there was a difference. And so now she avoids doing her resets like she's supposed to, and is just going based off the memories of what she's experienced. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no. After missing her weekly reset, yeah, that's when she starts noticing the differences of people missing.
Yes, and so she's like, I'm no longer gonna do these resets because these resets are kind of like doing like a little bit of a memory wipe on her, and she's realizing that. So now she's no longer doing the resets.
People are. People are missing and declines future resets. And is this from a movie or a life experience? And did you decline your future resets at any time, Mateo? Are you an android? You just don't know.
I guess technically not taking your medication, which counts now to your weekly resets.
Yeah, because what are we at a 4 right now? Which is, from a movie or a life experience?
I was kind of doing it like based off of TV and movie can't be the same thing, huh?
Well, no, we've been putting the TV shows down on the movie list also, so yeah. So I forgot, Shane, to ask about yours beforehand. Was yours an original idea or a life experience for the thinking that all her clients are guilty?
Let's go with the original idea.
Original idea, okay. So put a star.
Yeah, I was kind of like basing that off of kind of like Ghost in the Shell with the Tachikomas.
Okay. So Ghost in the Shell. Put that down.
Yeah, because like the Tachikomas, they start to develop memories and experiences by downloading with the other Tachikomas, and then it comes to the point where the Major's like, hey, we need to reset them to their factory settings because they're becoming too self-aware. I don't know if you guys watched the series or not. But...
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no.
I've seen parts, but I do know that they have their own little OVAs and movies, so technically count.
All right. Okay, so now we get. Are we back around? Yeah, we're back around to the top to TJ. So let's go ahead and decrease the caffeine die down to a 3, and then you get the choice to use your money to raise it back up or to leave it at a 3.
No, I'll keep it.
Keep it there? Yeah.
Yep.
Because once the money runs out,
That's it.
it's gonna be it. So you gotta make it last through 5 acts. Okay. So your screen beat is so the hero makes a morally wrong decision because of their flaw. So remember, their flaw is that she thinks that all her clients are guilty due to representing so many rich kids. You know. So what is the decision, and how does it affect the people around her? So that maybe they're greedy and they steal someone's birthday cake. Maybe they don't stick up for a friend at work because they're more focused on their career than helping their friends. So what morally wrong decision do they make based on their flaw? What is it? How does it affect the people? And yeah, you're at a 3, so you'll be drawing your inspiration from either a movie that's on the list or another movie we can write down on the list, or from just looking around the coffee shop and seeing inspiration from just the coffee shop.
I mean, she believed that someone was guilty, so she just, like, got rid of evidence that would prove their innocence.
She framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
So she destroyed
She framed one of her
evidence?
clients because she knew her feeling that he was guilty was so heavy that she just didn't want to deal with any of it, so she just framed him for...
Okay, destroyed evidence to frame an innocent client to make them...
Just to frame a client.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be innocent or guilty. You need to have some of that air of mystery in there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. So she destroyed evidence to frame a client. The client she was sure was guilty. That's
Yeah, well, she thinks everyone's guilty, though, so...
Yeah. Okay, and where did you get that inspiration from? Is it one of the movies that's already on the list?
Yeah.
Meh.
Oh, I can barely read that.
The list, we got Princess Bride, Infinity War, Diary of Anne Frank, RoboCop from the 1980s, Endgame,
yeah, it was
Panic
from the
Room.
Princess Bride when he was trying to frame another nation for being guilty of murdering the princess.
Oh yeah.
I know it happens a lot. I know it's a common enough motif or action in a movie.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and put a heart next to Princess Bride right there. That's weird using that. I hear that crack.
Yep.
Yep. And then we'll pop those back over there. Okay. Well, one other thing. So, how does that affect the people around them? Because we know what it is due to the flaw, but how does it affect the people around them that she destroyed that evidence to frame the client that she was sure was guilty?
I mean, I would just going back with the horror of the world. The client disappeared like a day or two after she fabricated all the evidence.
Client.
So she's torn at one point between, wow, what a lucky break, and what do you mean this person just randomly disappeared?
Yeah, a day or two later.
So the framing comes from the Princess Bride, but that disappearance is back on the world building thing. So how would is that just because it's already incorporated into the world?
Yeah, because they're already working off what we're doing with the screenplay.
Okay. Got it. Okay. I mean, we good with that, guys?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just pulling ideas out of nowhere right now. So if I'm just being dumb, I need y'all to let me know. We have to see what's going on Twitch.
Everybody's pulling stuff out of nowhere. So yeah. So the last screen beat of Act 1. Here we go, Shane. You ready?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we're going to decrease your caffeine down to a 2, and you get to decide whether you're going to spend $1 to bump it up by 4 or not.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
You're going to bump it? Okay, so your dollars will go down to 3, and you will bump all the way up to a 6 for this screen beat. So, does the hero have allies, or are they a loner? If they have allies, then who are they? If the hero's a loner, then why are they a loner? And, of course, you'll get to draw from an original idea or one of your own life experiences, brother. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with loner because the only allies you would have would be the androids, so giving you updates and thus forget every week.
Okay. So she's a loner, and all other androids still get their update. If I can spell correctly over here.
Yeah, so that would make her kind of like towing that line between working with her colleagues but never actually trusting them enough to rely on them.
Okay. All other android. There should be an S on there. Androids. Okay. And was that from any kind of life experience or just an original idea?
Let's go with life experience. She's worked retail her entire life, and that's kind of what it's like.
Yeah. Alright, so that is the end of Act 1. Woohoo! Awesome. We will be moving on to Act 2. Yeah, so the first one was called Setup, and now this act is the progress that's coming along in there. So we have our prompt at the beginning that all of you will work together as a group to answer, and then we'll carry on with everyone's turn. So as a group, you have to answer. This is from the from the screenwriter's perspective. So feel like you're making good progress. You start to think that it doesn't matter that you didn't get much sleep last night, but then you suddenly remember something that happened last night that you had forgotten. What was it? And we're going to write it down on the character sheet. So Penny Meadows feeling pretty good, just getting these ideas and stuff written down. All of a sudden remembers something that happened last night that they had forgotten. We already know that she had killed, or thought she had killed, a spider, and is worried about spider retribution. What is the thing that she all of a sudden remembered that she had forgotten that kept her awake last night?
Oh, is that me?
That's all of you as a group. So you guys can all chat together about it. Yeah.
The spider's family is nowhere to be seen.
No, she was already being kept up by that. What's something else that she had forgotten that she all of a sudden remembers why it kept her up last night?
Well, because there was the spider family that she was...
That's already, I think, though.
Okay, yeah, but they actually... Okay, oh, I see. What else happened last... Oh, the screenwriter, hang on.
Yeah, we're talking about the screenwriter. Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm jumping in and out of things right here. Oh. Oh, let's see here.
So remember, this has a late afternoon cartology exam, so this needs to be done soon.
She's dreading a
The look on Josh's face is amazing.
So she's dreading a proctology exam that she was gonna have the next day. It's because I'm 42 and I've been through that dread. As you get older, there's mandatory requirements that your doctor makes you go through.
Start leaving him notes up there. But anyways, that's...
Mateo, you got anything you want to throw in there?
After talking about Josh's proctology exams, do you have anything to throw in there?
Yeah.
I would say that she thinks that she saw the man who was put in jail with tampering the evidence in the street.
Oh, we're talking about the screenwriter now, not the character from the screenplay. This is for Penny Meadows.
We're talking about the screen person.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna get back to the screenplay in a second. This is the screenwriter, the one that's writing the screenplay. She had insomnia, that's why she couldn't get the screenplay done last night because of the insomnia. So we're just trying to flesh out her a little bit more and her inspirations for stuff. So what was another reason other than the spider being kept up last night? So we've got worried about a proctology exam the next day. I think that's the only one that's really worth around. TJ was saying stuff about Spider, but we already had the Spiders up there. The Spiders Family Retribution.
Well, I take it that she remembered that the driving coffee trucks actually no longer exist, so she has no idea what's actually going on right now.
Ooh, that one's good.
They
stopped running.
That they stopped running?
Yeah, they stopped running due to SARS-CoV-3, due to COVID 2021.
COVID 21.
Yeah.
So she was worried that the coffee truck wouldn't be there tomorrow.
Well, she
But it's
forgot
not there anymore.
it shouldn't be there anymore.
Yeah.
I think we're getting too meta. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, that was too meta.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was way too meta.
Hey, you introduced Shutter Island into this, so...
I did, because that was like good horror. It wasn't jump scare horror, but it was like the edge of your seat, like what is going on horror.
Yeah. Well, this isn't really horror. This is just Penny Meadows, the person writing the
This isn't
screenplay.
the horror part.
Yeah,
The screenplay needs to be horror, and that's why I brought in Shutter Island, because it was kind of horror, though I'm sure someone's going to debate that one.
Yeah, this is just Penny Meadows, the screenwriter. She's like us right now, you know, just trying to write the screenplay. Yeah.
What would she have forgotten that was important?
Well, not that it was important, just that kept her up. That contributed to her
Excuse me.
insomnia.
It could have even been like that time that she completely stuttered during an oral book report in second grade that kept her up. We've all had that.
Yeah, that's meta, and that's okay. That's good.
What is it?
Just remembering like a childhood embarrassment in like the second grade or something like that.
A childhood embarrassment. Okay. Alright, so we'll write that down. Got that for her over there. Oh. Okay. So now we do go to you, Mateo. So we're gonna decrease the caffeine diet down to 5, and then give you the option to spend $1 to raise it up by 4. But I have a feeling you're not gonna take it. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, it says he's in the he's in the chat, but he messaged me that his power keeps going out, even though it still says he's in the voice chat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And apparently, every time I open Discord, it starts pausing the stream for some reason. I don't know. It's just got look at all stream pause, and then pop back up. Yeah. Oh yeah, there he goes. Yeah. So I don't know if we should hold on and wait for him or take a short break, maybe. I'm sweating over here. I need to go get something to wipe up sweat off my forehead since I don't have the air conditioning on running right now. It'd be too loud for the stream. Let's go ahead and take a quick like 5-minute break. Give people a chance to run to the bathrooms. Get Mateo a chance to figure out what's going on with his power out there, and then we'll come back in like 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
Yep. Alright, hey, we're back. Woo! After a short break. So, yeah, we're back from break though. We're back from break, Haley. So, yay, you caught it. We are just starting the second act. I've got TJ and Shane here. Unfortunately, we've lost Mateo for a little bit. He's having some power outages at his house. PG&E's rolling like blackouts, stuff happening. So we're gonna continue on, and then hopefully when Mateo gets back in, whenever he's able to jump back in, we'll throw him in the mix. For those of you just turning in, we are playing Coffee Shop Screenwriter. It is a storytelling RPG that's kind of like a it's kind of like a writing assignment for your college English class, and we've been going along so far. We've been fleshing out our screenwriter who is writing our screenplay, Penny Meadows, and our screenplay, which we don't have a title for it yet. We will put a title on it at the end, but it is a legal sci-fi horror movie starring Nicole the android. And is that too blurry for you guys to read, or can you guys actually see that, or is it blurry?
It's a bit blurry.
It's a bit blurry.
I'm reading it off of Twitch.
There you go. Oh, okay. So there you go. So yeah, I know I haven't
I'm cheating.
reading it off of the Twitch. Well, you're supposed to be watching it off the Discord, but if you have it off the Twitch too, whatever. Just as long as the people at home can follow along too. I know it just refocused. I took off the autofocus on the cameras, so it shouldn't do that, and then I had them set up, but it still might do it when I put my hands on the screen. All right, and so we're going to get back into this. Let's see, who do we end off with from the last act? Oh, it had to have been Shane, because it would have been Mateo's turn this time right here. So starting Act 2. Let's see, we've got our caffeine level is at 5 and our money is at level at 3. So beginning of the turn for to be TJ, right? We decrease the caffeine down by 4. And then, TJ, you get the choice whether to spend the dollar to bump it up by 4 more, or to a maximum of 6, or leave it at 4. You there, TJ?
Oh, my thing. Dang it, sorry.
I think mic muted.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Let me hear the screaming bird a little bit more.
Now, so here's where we start getting into the main thread of the story, the meat of the story, is that you need to figure out what is the hero's goal. So that's the main thread of the story. What are they hoping to achieve by the end of the story? To win something, to stop something, to save something, to deliver something, to escape. What is Nicole the android's main goal?
Where did this person that disappeared that I framed go?
Okay, that's what they want to find out.
I'd say
Okay,
so, yeah.
So let's draw a line here, and you're taking your inspiration because your coffee die or caffeine die is at a 4. So this is coming from a movie or from a life experience.
That she's trying to figure out why people are disappearing.
Yeah, the person is disappearing. I mean, that could go. I'm looking at the list of movies we have right here. That could go under Infinity War, Endgame.
I was going to say the same thing. People disappearing.
Yeah, find out where they went.
Is kind of Endgame.
Yeah, I mean, we could put that down there. Yeah.
I mean, the Princess Bride.
Trying to get them back would be Endgame.
Yeah. Well, just trying to figure out what happened, but yeah.
So needs to find out where their client went and get them back, or just needs to find out where they went?
Just where they went.
Where they went. And if I could spend...
In that case, that'd be Panic Room, where the bad guy's trying to find out where the movie character.
Oh, well, all right then.
there we go. All right. Okay, so they need to find out where their character went. That's the and a goal right there. And so we're gonna do Panic Room. Okay, we're putting a heart next to Panic Room. One of the movies that Penny Meadows hates. She is using for inspiration. Like, she's like loathing herself right now.
I mean, I guess it was popular enough.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I guess these plebs liked it.
Yeah. Gotta go with what works in Hollywood, right? You know? So,
Yeah.
Hey, come on, you're gonna tell me you never watched a movie and thought, damn, I could make that so much better than they did.
every movie, you know. All right.
Every movie with Wolverine, right?
No. Hugh
better with you in it.
Hugh Jackman did a way better job than I could ever do on that. I have this problem with food, so I don't think I could perform that well.
Right. You wouldn't have claws come out. You'd have a cane.
Yeah. They do like little cupcakes, you know, like shing, like little Debbie's, like oh, you know, that's exactly.
Oh, like those donut sticks or those
Yes. Oh.
Best superpower ever. Next movie.
Yeah, next movie. Yeah, it's gonna be the Snacks Men, starring me. I'll eat everything. Okay, Shane, you're up. So
tell me the name of this movie because I already have a great name.
The name.
Name it.
That's after Act 5. You guys put a name on the movie after you finish Act 5. So, yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, so we'll decrease.
Sorry, darn it.
No, you can say damn it. It's okay. But remember, we got the parental advisory thing at the beginning. Say darn it. Okay, your caffeine level is 3. Are you going to spend $1 to raise that up by 4 or leave it at a 3?
We're going to leave it at a 3 because we need to get through 5 acts and we're only on the second.
Yeah. Okay, so
Unless I can do questionable things at this coffee truck to get more money, I think we need to reconserve it.
Wait, we can do questionable things in this coffee shop to get more money?
No.
Man, I love this RPG.
No. That'd be awesome too. So Shane, who is the hero's main opponent, and what is their goal? What are they trying to do? How are they standing in the way of the hero's goal? So who's the main opponent to Nicole the android, and what is their goal? And
That's the question.
yeah, so you're drawing your inspiration from a movie or from the stuff at the coffee shop we've already established already.
You were going to say something, TJ?
Yeah, wasn't there someone that was in charge of like trying to control information and like, you know, what was that thing Stallone was in? Was it Dredd?
Spy Kids 3D?
No, I Am the Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judge Dredd.
Yeah, Judge Dredd. Wasn't there something about like someone trying to control the information from that movie?
I believe so, but don't we have to pick a movie that's on the list?
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I know we've been adding to the list. So I think we can still add if you're just drawing inspiration from a movie. Let me.
Yeah, because that's kind of oops.
Yeah, it says well, you add the title of a movie as inspiration and change it just a little bit so that your agent won't recognize it. Add the title of the movie to your movie list, and if it's similar to one of the other movies, draw a heart next to it. Like if you use it more than one time. So if it's more similar to one of the movies that your screenwriter hates, you draw an X next to it. Or you could already use something like, hey, are you back?
Oh.
I guess. Well, now I'm on my phone because that's 2 times now, and of course, all the neighbors came over and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?"
All right. Well, we're glad that you're able to join us again. So we'll jump you in right as soon as Shane finishes this one. We went on a little bit, and then we'll jump you back in. Shane, so yeah, who is the hero's main opponent and what is their goal? So you decide that, you start thinking about that, and I'll catch up Mateo. I think the only one we've been through, we answered what is the hero's goal, which they said TJ said he needs to find out where their client went, the one that disappeared after they framed them or they destroyed the evidence and he disappeared like a day or 2 later. Yeah, so Nicole needs to find out where that client went. Okay, Shane. So. Go ahead and let me know who the main opponent is and what their goal is, and whether you took it from the movie list or your inspiration from the coffee shop.
a group called Thanatos that Nicole is pretty certain that at least half of all missing persons reports are their fault.
Thanatos? Thanatos. Okay.
I think I just killed TJ.
You just killed TJ over there. so okay, so give it to me again. Hold on, Thanatos. And what?
Wait. Do we have to go with Thanatos?
Yeah, because he's
The Greek god of death.
Yes.
the Greek god of death, Thanatos.
Thanatos.
Okay, so Thanatos is the main opponent, and so what's their goal?
I don't have the goal, but I know that Nicole believes that they're responsible for at least half of all known missing person reports.
Okay. But we got to come up with their goal. So that's Nicole thinks. Well, hold on. Let's put that down. Yeah, because this is just who the main opponent is and what their goal is and how they're standing in the hero's way.
Where does your brother live again?
Reno.
Reno.
Okay.
Yeah. So Thanatos and come up with a goal for Thanatos to
Help me out, guys.
cut the population of the world in half. You know.
Oh no, this derailed train is all we can have. Doctor, you own it.
Yep. So does he want to eradicate like almost half the life in the universe, or not exactly half?
No, not that close.
I mean,
That'd
if
be
you-
too obvious.
This is what happens when you spend your life in the closet.
Yes.
I'll have you know, I haven't been in the closet for like 30 years.
Here we go. He was saying Nicole was in the closet earlier, not himself. He was just using that life experience of once being in the closet. He's not currently in the closet.
I see how this works.
Hey,
You're in a
Shane.
closet. TJ sounds like he fell in one.
I know, see, I know the volume on your mic, like, you're like far away. It's
Oh, my bad. I put it on top of my head again.
yeah. Okay,
Stop with that. All right.
Shane, we need some kind of goal for this for Thanatos. Thanatos.
They're covering up a deep, dark secret about the androids.
I'm fine
Okay.
with that.
Yeah.
That's basic enough.
Covering up a deep, dark android secret.
So Detroit become human.
My handwriting is getting worse and worse the closer I get to the bottom of this page. All right.
And if you couldn't tell, that's based on the movie Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I'm like freaking dead. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, covering up a deep dark android secret. So are you using that for Diary of Anne Frank?
No, Endgame.
Endgame.
Man, I would have stuck with it, man. Just stuck. Yep, Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah, it's like I haven't seen that movie since I was in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when moving pictures was still in black and white. Yeah, back when I was in school.
We all know that the main villain of the Diary of Anne Frank is Doritos because they're so loud when she eats them.
Yeah.
I thought it was the film crew that got her caught.
Yeah, the one that was there filming all day long, what she was doing. Yeah.
Oh,
We're all going to hell.
By
Anyway.
the way, nice to meet you guys.
yeah, hi, how's it going?
Okay, Shane. Okay, so you're off the hook. You got that one done. Yeah. So now we're up to Mateo. So let's go ahead and decrease this caffeine die down to a 2. And then you get the choice, Mateo. Do you want to you spend $1 to raise it up by 4 to a 6, or just leave it at a 2 and get your inspiration from a movie or the coffee shop?
I'm gonna spend $1.
Okay. So we're gonna go up 2, and we put the caffeine die is now at a royal 6. So you will get your inspiration for this this next screen beat from either an original idea you come with on your own or one of your own life experiences. And it is the hero receives some new information that affects their goal. What is it? And how did they find out? And so the goal is that they need to find out where the client went that disappeared after they set him up and destroyed the evidence, and he disappeared like a day or two later. So Nicole's trying to find out where the client went. So what new information did they receive that affects that goal, and how did they come by it?
Their client's secret mistress
Oh,
reaches out to them.
No.
Weren't their clients little spoiled children?
No. The android mistress.
The android mistress.
the client's android mistress.
Yes,
They
because
are
I
rich.
thought we established that the androids can remember stuff.
Hmm.
So the android mistress is like, hey, what's going on? What'd you do to him? And why doesn't anyone else remember? Anyone?
So
Yeah.
So the android mistress is able to remember also? I thought it was only Nicole that was able to
Yeah,
remember.
well, that's the plot twist.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a plot twist when you can remember it, but you gotta go through that reset, you know? That's what we're talking about, the reset from earlier.
So the android mistress also isn't getting the resets unless remembers.
Client's
Well,
android
I mean,
mistress.
yeah, are we good with that one?
Yeah.
I don't want to be taking over stuff. I thought that would be a nice, because I also know that there are people that, dude, going through the VR game library is freaking terrifying on Steam. I don't want to think about it anymore.
Too many
Little
tentacles for
side.
you.
Dude, there's so many games that just don't need to exist. I don't know why they do. My mom was sitting there saying, because she's a OT, works with special needs kids, helps out with trying to get more, trying to adapt VR to use with kids, help them out as a teaching aid. She's like, yeah, if you could actually make the responses that you'd feel if you were to touch something in VR, like actually feel it, that'd be great. And I was just like, there are so many games you can't do that with.
Yeah, no.
That you shouldn't do that with, because
Oh, run.
Like any horror game with spiders.
well, any war games, any of the shall we say adult games.
Mm.
Those are the ones you should do it with. The adult games, not the war games.
Yeah, the war games is like, what?
War
Experience what it's like to have a limb blown off. No,
Right.
no. Okay, so for the question, real quick. I know we're getting a little sidetracked, but real quick.
Sorry.
So, client's android mistress comes to Nicole to ask about the client because she starts to remember too. All right. So that's it. I try to summarize it as best I can. I'm running out of room on this paper. I'm going to use the backside.
You did. That was an actual screenplay.
Yeah.
Any help with that, Joss?
Hmm. Do I need what?
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 But
Helping him on his backside?
What?
Teaching him how
What?
to work the backside.
But speaking of VR, go back to that conversation.
let's not go back to that conversation.
That's
Especially now when talking about backsides.
okay.
I don't know
Like
what
creative.
people think about this.
She's on the other side of the room with her headset on, doing stuff on her computer. She's not involved in this RPG
And
live
hope
stream.
she's not watching the stream, right? Yeah.
No. She's. I think she's working on some of her artwork. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so now we are up to TJ again. Boom, we decreased the caffeine level down to a 5. Boom, you have the choice to use one of your remaining $2 to bump it up by 4, or technically by 1, or just leave it at 5.
Nah, I think think we'll go ahead and just leave it at 5.
Okay, so you'll get your
We don't need to be
inspiration
silly.
still from an original idea or from a life experience, and your screenplay beat is the hero comes up with a new plan to achieve their goal. What is it? So this is the big one.
I'm gonna try. Okay.
I needed an attic.
We're not using a movie shit.
Okay,
an original.
I know what my answer is.
We're not moving a. We're not in an attic yet. We will incorporate that in at some point.
Yeah. So yeah, original idea or a life experience for the hero comes up with a new plan to achieve their goal. What is it?
Oh, plan. The plan.
A new plan.
You think time travel to go back and stalk the person is too much of a stretch? Oh, because we can't use movies on this one, can't we?
Well, you come up with an original idea. So if it's just something that comes to you, an original
if it's
idea.
time travel, it's not original because Endgame did it.
What if it's time travel to the past? Time travel to the future when it's already been solved.
I mean, okay.
I was gonna say Endgame time travel doesn't apply to real time travel.
That's true, but I like his idea better.
Yeah, I don't like Endgame time travel. It's just.
It made no sense.
I'm not gonna get on that. The whole Captain Marvel thing, their Captain America thing at the end. It's like, oh, okay, so he tried to travel back. He went and had kids and with Carter and this and that and everything, and for the whole rest of the 60 freaking years or 50 years or whatever, Captain America, young Captain America, never ran into old Captain America ever. No Captain America didn't get involved in any of the Vietnam War, Korean War, anything else that went on in the world. He's just too busy banging Peggy Carter and ignoring everything else going on in the world and lets young Captain America get thought out. He didn't like pop up and, hey, I'm from the future. I'm right here. Go find me right here in the ice. You know.
You could say I read a good explanation about that, but that's not what this screenplay is about.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm going on a rant. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it in the afterwards podcast, right?
Yeah. Yes. The afterwards one.
So let's see. The new plan to achieve their goal. I mean, time travel to the future.
Okay, she's gonna time travel to the future where she's already figured out what happened.
Already figured out. Yeah. I like that because no one really does that. We have time travel. Let's go back and find it. Or go forward where all this is already common knowledge. The lazy way. I like it. The lazy way.
Think smarter, not harder.
That's true. And then that will tie in great with the mystery.
Until Thanos just follows her into the future.
Until she disappears herself, right?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So there we go with that. Nobody cares about Endgame. Obviously, nobody cares.
Although,
He does. It's one of her favorite movies. Look at the list.
Yeah.
Because it was the end of it, yeah.
Although, talking about the after stream, after the stream, Mateo, you actually are going to be streaming over on your channel a horror movie, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, give you a little bump here midstream. Yeah, what movie is bloody what? What's it called?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm showing it on my Discord. I'm not.
Oh, Discord. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
there
right.
is a difference there.
Yes.
Okay.
There
One will
is
get you banned.
nudity.
Nudity. That's right. There is. Yeah, that's
Is
right.
nudity what, on Bloody Valentine?
It's called Blood Machine. It's a French film.
Yeah, it's only like 50 minutes long, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he's going to be showing over on the Discord. So I don't know if you have the Twitch open right now, but if you wanted to throw a link to your Discord up into the Twitch chat, you can go ahead for anybody that wants to join that. If you want people to join that to watch a bloody
Still out.
Power's still out. Okay, and yeah. We'll find a way. Maybe put it in the event afterwards, the Facebook event or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully you can do it on your Discord with hopefully the power's back on by that time. So you'll be
Turn
able
on
to
your
do
phone
it.
camera and act out the movie for it.
There you go. There's always alternates. Okay. We are at Shane, right? Yeah, because that was TJ.
Yep.
So Shane, we will lower your caffeine die down to a 4. I'm running out of space down here in the bottom, so I'm going to put it in the middle there. You guys are at $2 left over. So do you want to
Are you
spend?
sure I can't do things to get more money?
No, you cannot.
Can we homebrew it?
Yeah, homebrew some stuff.
Can I give Nikolai a producer credit if he'll give me?
Someone's excited to be out of the closet.
No, but there are possibly some things that come up and happen that might, I'll tell you, that might raise either your money die or your coffee die. But I don't want to give away too much stuff.
Alright, so I'm going to leave it where it's at.
Okay, where it's at. 2 turntables and a microphone. So you're at a 4 right there. And so your screenplay beat is the hero uncovers a mystery. What is it? How does it affect their goal and their plan?
Wait, uncovers a mystery. Don't we already have like 3 of those going on?
I don't know. Yeah. But now you uncover I don't know, another mystery or something that's related to your plan. You get to choose your inspiration from either a movie from the list or another one that you would like, or from life experience. So.
And this mystery takes place after we time travel to the future to figure out the answers, correct?
Well, possibly, because it just says they came up with a new plan to achieve their goal, and that was the time travel. It doesn't say you've actually started on it yet, but you uncover a mystery. I think if these are going in order by a screenplay, the mystery would come up after your decision to time travel to the future, but you haven't time traveled currently because you just came up with that plan. So, what mystery could you possibly uncover? And how does it affect your goal and your plan?
The person that was going to help me with the time travel to the future has gone missing.
Another one has gone missing. Okay. So I'll just put time travel helper. Travel helper goes missing themselves.
And the way it affects me, or Nicole rather,
yeah,
is that I still have the machine. I just don't know how to operate it efficiently.
Still have, I'm just abbreviating it, TT for time travel. Still have time travel machine, but can't operate. Can't operate it. And now I'm going to have to start using the other side of the paper. I put that down there. Okay.
Sorry, are we too creative?
No, I'm just running out of room. The PDF only comes out with one, but it says Act 1 on top, but it has like only spots for like 2 of them, and it also says, you may need more paper, as it goes on. Which actually, I did print out extra for the stuff, but I can, I think I'm just gonna write on the back of it, and then if we go over the back of it, I've got a whole nother screenplay sheet I can use then. Yeah, but for right now we're okay. Let's see, put that back there. Okay, that was Shane. Covered the mystery. Okay, so here we go with Mateo. We decrease the caffeine level down to 3. You're still at $2. Did you want to spend one of them to bump that up, or leave it at a 3?
I'll leave it at 3.
Leave it at 3. Okay, your inspiration is coming from a movie or from the coffee shop that we've established there. And whenever we do coffee shop, I think we can still add stuff to it when we do it. I'm gonna double check the rules things here to make sure. Come on. I got a bunch of pages all around me right I'm like covered in coffee shop pages.
Oh, by the way, my thing was a life experience.
Life experience? Oh,
yeah, people you're relying on just disappearing.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, because doing experience for the coffee shop, it says, yeah, you can only muster so much energy, so you're just looking around you. Who or what do you see at the coffee shop? Maybe it's a couple having a conversation, it's art on the wall, a dog peeing in the corner, something like that. Whatever you do, you use it as inspiration and you draw it on the coffee shop sheet or write it on the coffee shop sheet. So not only what we've already determined, if we use something we've already determined, we draw a heart next to it like we did beforehand. But otherwise, you know, we can add stuff to that coffee shop that we're sitting in for your inspiration. All right, and so your screenplay beat is going to be the hero starts to act on their plan, but their opponent gets in the way. How does the opponent disrupt their plan, and how does the hero retaliate? So the opponent, to recap, is Thanatos. And Thanatos has been covering up a deep, dark android secret. Da, da, da. So how do they, as you start to act on your plan of trying to time travel forward in time, not backwards, time traveling forward in time to find out what the answer is for the future, because that's always the smartest way. I don't know how people do it backwards. Your opponent gets in your way. So how do they disrupt your plan? And how do you retaliate? I need to plug in my cell phone. It's about to die.
I would say Thanatos reports me to the police and lets them know that I haven't been doing my resets like I'm supposed to.
And how do you retaliate? How does Nicole retaliate against that?
I end up having sex with the police chief, and he ignores it.
So Thanatos reports Nicole to the police about her resets.
Yes.
And in response, Nicole sleeps with the police chief.
Yep.
With the police chief. Okay, and did this come from a movie or from inspiration from the coffee shop?
This came from inspiration of a coffee shop.
Coffee shop.
I saw a hooker drop a roll of quarters in front of a police officer, and he smiled at her.
Okay.
That was oddly specific.
Hookers, multiple hookers dropping coffee quarter rolls. Hooker dropped quarter roll in front of officer. Awesome. And mark that one off. Okay, back to the top of the initiative. That sweet, sweet initiative.
That's my word.
Yeah, we decrease the caffeine die down to a 2. And TJ,
right.
You get to decide if you're going to use $1 to bump it up by 4 or just leave it there.
I think we're going to go ahead and leave it there.
Okay. I see in the chat, Infernal Love is drinking coffee for you. Since,
Thank you.
not going to do it.
Appreciate it.
Little emote there of coffee drinking. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave it at the 2. So this is the last screen beat of Act 2. Yep. Oh, Shane's got some coffee in the chat too. Oh, that's colorful coffee. This is probably tea. Okay, TJ. So here you go. So the hero takes a shortcut and tries to achieve their goal sooner, but something goes wrong and they fail. What did they try to do, and why did they fail?
Oh.
So your inspiration is going to be either from a movie or from the coffee shop, either something established or something new we can put on the coffee shop that you see, or something that's happening.
Well, let's go with what was a movie, and let's just take the end game approach of going backwards in time to attempt to stop. Because obviously going forward led to a problem, so let's try going backwards.
Okay, so Nicole,
And-
yeah.
I was laughing to myself. I thought it was that you tried to go forward in time at the normal speed, and it just didn't work.
So let's go ahead and say they went backwards in time, like with Endgame, and it just kind of did not work. It didn't work because she kept trying to avoid meeting her past self.
And did she fail? Did she actually meet her past self? Is that how she fails?
No, she failed because she couldn't actually figure out what happened to the dude. The client.
And almost meets herself.
I have an idea for that.
What?
She fails because she doesn't remember that she's responsible for it, so by avoiding herself, she never actually gets in the way of stopping it.
Alright.
Okay, so she goes back in time instead of going forward in time and almost meets herself. And what?
Almost meets herself. I think she just loses track of the guy and the past and has to go try to retrack her, but she just failed at trying to establish what was going on.
And loses track of client.
So she lost track in the future and lost track in the past, because then it just stopped her in the future, and then she was stopped in the past.
Yeah, loses track of client that disappears. Okay, so that's gonna be
Past.
that one. All right, we're gonna move on to Act 3: Complications and Higher Stakes. Okay. So we have the prompt that's for all three of you as a group first, and then we will carry on to Shane's turn. So the prompt for the group, of course, it's always written from the screenwriter's perspective. So you start to feel a little stuck. The middle is always the hardest to write. Just as you're about to have a major breakthrough, something unexpected happens in the coffee shop. What is it? Write it down on the coffee shop's sheet.
It drives away.
it starts to drive away from you?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Coffee truck starts to drive away. Nice. Really quick, simple thing, because yeah, we're at the 2 hour mark already. Ooh.
I've noticed that when games say they have a time limit, it's usually best just to double it and call it good.
Yeah, and also we're doing a little explanation and stuff as we go through it and stuff. It says it's 1 to 2 hours playing, but we're explaining it as we're going along too. And we had to take a break. Some snafus happen.
And rant about Endgame.
And ranting about
Ranting
Endgame.
about Endgame and chatting about... Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah. Whether people are in the closet or not. Shane! We're decreasing. It's a 1. And it is on you whether to spend $1 to raise it back up by 4 or to leave it at 1.
Well, since the coffee shop just drove off and I'm sure we're still chasing it, I'll leave it and...
You're gonna leave it there? Alright, fine.
Yeah.
Fair.
So you're going to take your inspiration, stealing it from a movie or from just the coffee shop that drove away. Okay. Yeah, and there's only 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 screen beats in this one. Yeah, it keeps getting less and less as we go along. So not that many left. So, So there's a choice here between 2 screen beats. You can either choose an ally attacks the hero, why, and how does the hero react, or if the hero is a loner, they hurt themselves as a result of their own actions or inactions. I know we established that they're a loner, but you get to choose between the 2 of them.
Maybe. Well, that's a toughie. I remember we're currently in the past, having failed to change anything because we avoided ourselves too much.
Yeah.
I think we wrote ourselves into a corner of coming up with Okay, let's actually take the inspiration from the coffee shop.
Okay.
In trying to avoid myself, Nicole accidentally forgets all, her, what she did on a specific day and accidentally hits her with a car. Just grazes her, doesn't kill her.
So she gets hit by a car?
Okay. She hits herself with the car.
Oh, she hits
while
her...
trying to avoid her.
Okay, yeah. So that's going to go with under the hero is a loner and they hurt themselves as a result of their own action or inaction. Is like what they do and how they hurt themselves. So okay. So while back in time, dun, dun, dun. Nicole. I'm going to put F Nicole for future Nicole. Future Nicole forgets actions.
You just put it hits herself with a car.
That past Nicole, P Nicole, did that day.
This is why you have no more room on that paper.
Yeah, shut up. And as a result, hits herself with a car. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna have an award-winning screenplay by the time. I'll credit you all. It's okay, but I'm fleshing it out here. So hits herself with a car, not serious injury. Not serious injury.
No, not life-threatening.
Just enough to mess her up.
Just a grazing. Okay, and the inspiration taken from the
have to send her in to be checked out.
So taking that from a coffee shop, from the coffee shop driving away, I'm guessing, as inspiration.
Well, it is a self-driving car, so it probably almost hit someone.
Yeah, probably. There's no almost about that. It happens. Oh, all right. We are at Mateo. You're still with us, right? Since you're on your phone, right? Yes. He's like, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
I am here.
Okay. So your caffeine die is at a 1. It can't go any lower than that. It's your choice to spend $1 to raise it up by 4 caffeine points, or to just leave it at the 1.
Leaving it at the 1.
Leave it at the 1. We're conserving some money here. All right, so you'll take your inspiration from either a movie or from the coffee shop here, or something we can add to the coffee shop about what's going on while it's driving away. So screenplay beat number 17. It looks like the hero won't be able to achieve their goal. They give up. Why? It's like, what happened? If they have an ally, how did the ally react? But I don't think we have any allies. The ally disappeared, didn't he? Before time travel happened. Yeah. So, yeah. So our hero
Don't we
Nicole.
still have the android maid or mistress?
Yeah, I still got the android mistress. Yeah, but so yeah, what they give up on achieving their goal. So why? Why do they give up?
They give up because they realize that they're wrong and that they think that people are always guilty no matter what, and that they're a menace to society.
Well.
Yeah. So
And this comes at the realization of her trying to catch up to the coffee truck that's driving away, and she can't catch up to it. So she's like, what the hell?
So they realize that they are their own worst enemy, or Nicole is her own worst enemy.
Well, I would say just a danger to society itself. I mean, Nicole, all the mistakes Nicole has made, it has not affected her in a negative way. Like,
Until she got hit by until she hit herself with the car.
Yeah, but that was a minor injury. I mean, compared to the damage of the missing people.
Danger to society. Society, and nothing she does matters.
No, she just makes things worse.
Does makes anything.
Some might even call her Ivanka Trump.
Oh, jeez. Okay. And we're taking the inspiration from the truck driving away, and from being self-driving. All right, so we are back. Let's see. Time travel is complicated. Yeah, time travel is complicated. I was seeing his response to that she's a danger to society and nothing she does makes anything better. She actually makes it worse and stuff. And I was thinking that kind of relates to the next screen beat. And I had an idea myself for the next one. And I was like, oh, I'm not writing this though. Okay, TJ.
Yo.
You're at 1 on the caffeine die. It's your choice to spend one of your last 2 remaining dollars to bump that up by 4 to a 5, or to leave it at 1.
No, I think I'll go ahead and leave it.
Yeah, leave it. You guys are good taking inspiration from movies, stealing them from the movies, or just from what you see at the comic shop around you.
I'll steal it from movies.
Okay, so your screenplay beat is the opponent gets one step closer to achieving their goal. What do they do, and how does this affect the hero?
We okay to say that the villain gained the ability to time travel and is now very quickly stalking Nicole? And stopping.
Is everybody good with that?
Stopping the knowledge of the random disappearances. We good with that?
Sure, that's where you want to go.
Alright.
Okay.
So now I got the inspiration for that from Endgame.
Yeah. Thanatos gains ability to time travel.
Yup.
To time travel. And then, how does it affect the hero? Or what do they do?
It's just because Thanatos was trying to stop Nicole from discovering the truth of disappearing people. Right?
Right.
So that gives him the ability to actually go after her and see what she knows.
Okay,
Dun, dun, dun.
travels. So he travels to the past because that's currently where she's still at, right? She got hit by the
Yeah.
car. She realizes stuff. So he travels to the past.
To go find her.
Yeah. Are we gonna end this on the predictable thing that Nicole's the reason that people are disappearing and Thanatos is trying to stop it? That's like the predictable ending of this. Anyway, but
Depends on the prompts, Josh.
yeah, it depends on the problem. I'm just saying that's the way I see this going in a normal movie. So he turns out not to be the bad guy. Nicole is the bad guy. Anyway, like thanks for giving away the ending of our movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah. You haven't even written it yet. Oh, it's getting there though. It's getting there. Okay, so we are back
Okay,
around.
guys, we need to introduce a brand new character to blame this all on now.
Yes, something.
Hey, right there, the next one, number 19.
No,
New
no.
piece of information.
Hey, quit reading the PDF. I'm reading the PDF.
Oh, am I not supposed to read that?
You can read it. I don't care. Okay, that's one of the reasons I gave, so you guys would be interested. See if you guys would be interested in it. Okay, but there, we're right now. So,
My bad.
Shane, it's 1 on the caffeine die. Are you spending money to raise it up, or are we gonna leave it where it's at?
I'm kind of having fun just using the movies in the coffee shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's from Endgame. I forgot to mark that from Endgame. Here we go. Endgame. Boom. We're getting some love for Endgame going on. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we'll leave it right where it's at. Your screenplay beat number 19. Yes, as the hero receives a new piece of information about their goal, they realize that they might have it, be able to achieve their goal, even if the chance of success are razor thin. What information do they receive?
I'm still here.
Yeah, I know you're here. I know you're still here. I'm just staring at the camera.
Hey, remember how Captain Marvel was still alive?
Is she? Why?
Thanks for ruining that one too.
That's Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
We're not talking about it. We're okay.
Do I really want to go down the route that you found? As you got a piece of information that a number. What the hell?
Was it Captain Marvel, Josh? Is that your type?
What, Captain Marvel? Is that my type? No, Brie Larson is nowhere near my type.
I mean, you just moaned.
It might be, yeah. I was like, yeah. We mentioned the movie. It was like, I don't know. Penny Meadows. Penny Meadows might be interested in Captain Marvel. That might be, yeah. We can write that over there on her sheet. Run things. But Shane, what new piece of information? Freaking Brie Larson. I like Brie Larson better in the episodes of Community that she was in, rather than Captain Marvel.
Technical difficulties, I think.
Well, you're having technical
power
difficulties?
went out again.
Oh, it's a good thing you're on your phone.
Jeez.
It says your mic is muted though, but I just heard him talking.
It unmutes every time it goes.
Dude, what is happening? How many times is the power fucking gonna go out?
As many times as it takes.
Yeah, basically.
Shane, what piece of information do they get? Does Nicole
I
get?
can talk now.
Yes, you can go. Gosh, let's talk.
She got an anonymous tip that a bunch of the people that she knows that are missing in the future may be holed up in an attic somewhere.
Must tip that the missing androids, or missing people, not missing androids, missing people from the future are in an attic. Oops, stop that.
The.
Future are in an attic. And is this from Panic Room or is it from Diary of Anne Frank?
Anne Frank, we haven't used it.
Yeah, we haven't used Anne Frank.
Never used Anne Frank. Let's give Anne Frank some love. Anne Frank some love. There you go. Alright. For any curious, Josh is still writing out his finals. 34 years overdue, probably, right? My finals to what?
High school.
High school final. No, actually today I was reminded on Facebook that today is actually the anniversary of my graduation from my GED 6 years ago. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. That was 6 years ago today, 2014. I deemed a high school graduate, not a dropout anymore. No. Just goes to show you, you don't need a high school education to be a board game reviewer. Yeah, to be successful. I'm still waiting to be successful. Anyway.
I never said successful.
Yeah. We are at Mateo.
He's gone.
Did he lose it again? I thought he was on his phone. I know the mic's.
He's gone again.
Oh man. Okay. I guess we'll wait to see if he is able to pop back in. But since we're on a roll and we're at like almost 2.5 hours, we're gonna keep going. And if he pops back in, he'll pop back in and we'll throw him in the mix. So we will go to TJ.
All right.
Caffeine diet's at a 1. Are you spending money to bump it up, or are you gonna leave it there?
Let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there. Awesome. Okay, your screen beat says the hero decides not to give up. They're gonna give their all and put all their efforts into one final attempt to achieve the goal. What changed their mind? What is their new plan? So they got that anonymous tip. Thanatos comes.
Hiding in the...
Yep, Thanatos comes back in time. Travels back in time to find her, but she gets an anonymous tip from somebody about the missing people from the future are actually in an attic. Like what?
So where is the attic? That's bad, TJ. No, do not use the Diary of Anne Frank as inspiration for how to find people in an attic. No, bad.
So you can use Diary of Anne Frank for how to find people in an attic.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Diary of Anne Frank for how to find people in an attic. I'm a terrible person. Twitch, forgive me.
So what changed their mind from giving up?
It's incredibly easy to find people in an attic if you know where they are.
So what changed their mind and what's their new plan?
Well, the new plan is to now find out how all these people got transported into an attic and try to prevent Thanatos from getting to them.
So Nicole needs to find out which attic
Yeah, which attic they're in.
they are in and prevent.
Hello.
Hey!
Welcome back.
Yay. And prevent Thanatos from getting them. Yeah, I'm gonna need another piece of paper again. I'm getting Thanatos from reaching them.
Yep.
That's on the assumption that Thanatos is actually after the people in the attic.
Right.
Because going back over the page, you guys haven't actually established that Thanatos has anything to do with these missing people. Just that he's covering up a dark A deep, dark android secret. So, but this is all what Nicole thinks. That's what drives the plot forward. Nicole's thinking, Thanatos is, yeah, nice. I'm gonna make some money on this. All right. Where we at? I know we had the skip over Mateo for a second. Is he gone again? Oh no, he's back. Okay. I know we had to skip over for a second, so we're gonna do Shane, and then we'll go back. We'll go back to the order, and then we'll get to Mateo. So Shane, you're right there. 1 caffeine. Are we spending money to bump it up, or leaving it there?
Let's leave it there.
Leave it there. All right, you guys are doing good. Oh, and I forgot to give Diary of Anne Franklin or Logan for finding people in an attic.
It would have been much more interesting if we used the movie Diary of Anne Frankenstein.
No.
Yeah, that's an actual movie.
I don't. Wow. Okay, Shane, your level is 1, so you're taking inspiration from either a movie. And it doesn't have to be one on the list. You guys could pop in another movie if you're stealing inspiration from that, changing it a little bit to fit your script and stuff like that, or from the coffee shop. So the last screen beat of Act 3, something terrible happens. So the main character must face death either literally or figuratively. What happens?
This could be where we do the twist where, like, future Nicole is caught by Thanatos and actually shut down.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's do that. Thanatos is caught up to Nicole, the future version, and has shut her down.
And like turns her off, like shuts off her circuits and everything.
Yeah. Just as she gets to the attic.
Thanatos catches future Nicole as she reaches the attic and turns her circuits off. Oh no, whatever will our heroine do? That's crazy. Alright. And where'd you take that inspiration from?
Pretty much any movie that ever has a choice where you have one thing is the movie I lost. We'll pick one of RoboCop. I'm pretty sure they shut him down at one point.
Yes, they did. The whole, yeah.
Yep.
And then Murphy came back and
It was the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole big plot point in that movie was that whole thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. We're on Act 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's only 3 screen beats here. No, there's only 2 in Act 5. Okay, so we're almost to the end. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the group decision because this Act 4 is called the climax, which is what everybody's been waiting for, right? In 2.5 hours. All right. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The climax.
Gotta make it good this time.
Okay, so as a group, you got to decide this. So you're really getting into the swing of things. You can't remember the last time a story came so naturally to you. The barista sees that you're hard at work. I guess as the truck's driving away, he's like, "Oh, that guy's hard at work over there. Penny's hard at work. Hey."
So they stop.
They come up to you and offer you a coffee for absolutely free. What type of coffee do they offer you? Do you accept it? If so,
Yes.
you increase your caffeine die by 4 without reducing your money die.
Yes. We accept it.
So, that's a group you accept it. What kind of coffee is it?
Coffee flavor.
Coffee flavored coffee. Let's see.
So black coffee with a triple shot of espresso.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Offered coffee by barista. Took it.
You bet we did.
Coffee flavored
Like
Coffee.
extreme coffee.
Yeah, coffee flavored coffee with
Oh,
espresso. Espresso, not espresso. Espresso. Alright. There's no X in espresso.
There is if you put it in there.
If you put it in there.
Say it wrong.
Yeah.
There is if you say it wrong.
There you go. Alright, so now, this actually kind of matches up. Okay, Mateo.
You just signed up. Hey, cat cake.
Is he back? Or is he here?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Yay, awesome.
Oh.
Ooh.
I was gonna say what's that coffee that has vodka?
Vodka coffee. Potato coffee. I don't know.
Is it Kahlua or something?
Yeah, Kahlua.
Oh.
No, Kahlua doesn't have vodka in it.
It has like evergreen alcohol in it, but a right Reston is the one that has Kahlua and vodka.
Alright.
Okay. So at the beginning of the turn, we have to reduce it down. So instead of at a 5, you're at a 4. And then you got $2, but you just got coffee bumped up. I don't think if you want to spend money.
We don't need.
Yeah, spend money. we don't need coffee. So you're at
We'll
a
save it for the hookers.
a 4 for your caffeine level. So you'll take it from
And we
either
spend $1 on the hooker.
a movie or life experiences. I'm glancing over this question about hookers. Anyway, I'm going to start my own screenwriter, screenshot writer RPG
Screenwriter's Guild.
with cocaine and hookers. Yeah, freaking bender. Anyway, so your screen beat is the hero and their opponent meet face to face. The opponent is the only thing standing in the way of the hero achieving their goal. How is the opponent preventing the hero from achieving their goal? Which actually kind of goes nicely with Thanos catches up to future Nicole as she reaches the attic and turns her circuits off. So this actually, does. So they meet face to face. How does how's the opponent preventing them from achieving their goal? This and that.
Offhand, it would be turning her switch to off.
Yeah. I don't know. Mateo could throw in some kind of twist there. He could a decoy switch or something. Yeah.
Or it's actually a knob that got switched off. That's the twist.
Yeah. So how are we doing this, Mateo? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm like trying to. So, Thanatos and Cole are face to face.
Yeah, they're face to face, and the opponent is the only thing that's standing in her way because she just got to the attic where the people apparently were taken when they disappeared. They're put in this attic. So the opponent's the only thing standing in her way of achieving her goal. How is the opponent, who's Thanatos, preventing Nicole from achieving her goal? We already established that when she got there, apparently Thanos caught up to her, and we have down that he turned her circuits off, but maybe that was not exactly what happened. That's what looked like what happened.
And we can, where are we drawing our inspiration from?
You are drawing it from either a movie on our list or that you've seen, or from your own life experience.
And this one has to be how the opponent is keeping Nicole from achieving goals.
No, it's, how is the opponent preventing her from achieving her goal of, finding out where the people are getting them, and also, ultimately the client that disappeared, but also the other people in the attic too that have disappeared.
You guys said that her circuits were turned off?
Correct.
Yes.
Or so we think. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe he accidentally turned on the super circuit or something. I don't know.
But that's not the prompt. The prompt is what is the opponent doing?
Yeah, what is the opponent? How is the opponent preventing the hero from achieving their goal? So we just said that they turned their circuits off, but maybe use it as a way to elaborate on that. What did they do to try to turn the circuits off, or
I would say, isn't there? He turns off her. Oh, I forgot what this is called.
Flux capacitor.
Her flux capacitor.
What is that? What is that? Oh man, I'm trying to think of the thing. Man, it's just like on the tip of my tongue. When you turn off, when, you know, because she's an android, he turns off her switch, so now she can feel pain, and he bashes her kneecaps in.
Oh, he accidentally, instead of switching her circuit, like, so the whole thing off, he switches. He turns it so that actually she can feel pain to actually like beat her up and destroy her before, or as a way to stop her.
Yeah.
Like her pain circuitry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that accidental or on purpose?
On purpose.
On purpose. Okay. So instead, Thanatos switches Nicole's pain circuits on. And bashes her kneecaps.
And yells wing clip while doing so.
Yelling wing clip?
Mm-hmm.
Wing clip. What movie is this from?
The circuit is the circuit is based off of Sword Art Online, G Gundam, also any sort of
Anime?
I guess anime where there's like robots and things like that. More than one anime series where the user or whoever feels pain when they're not supposed to, and the villain kind of uses that as a method to torture them when they're reaching their goal.
All right.
It's like,
We are almost here. So we go around to TJ. Caffeine die is at a 4 and your money is at a 2. We reduce it down to 1, so it is at a 3.
Sweet.
And then you get a choice. So you get to spend one of those dollars to bump it up or leave it at a 3.
No, we'll leave it at 3.
Okay. So your inspiration's from a movie or the coffee shop.
Fine.
Okay. Your prompt is the hero and their opponent fight. So Nicole and Thanatos get into a fight. This is the hero's last chance to achieve their goal. What does the fight look like? Could be a physical fight, a chase, a competition, or a battle of wit. And then who wins?
Keeping in mind one has best and kneecaps.
Say that one more time.
As I said, keeping in mind that one has best and kneecaps.
Yeah, Thanatos is already hit. I guess that's what sets off the fight, right? Thanatos switches on the pain receptor, yells wing clip and hits her in the kneecaps, and then it's on.
I don't feel like ripping off the Schwartz today. Does anyone else?
May the Schwartz be with you.
May the Schwartz be with me.
And this has to come from another movie or coffee shop.
Movie or coffee shop, yeah.
Oh. Coffee shop in San Francisco, though. We got some material to work with here.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely got some material here to work with. I mean, a mix of yoga and just drunken man. Like, what's that style called?
Yeah, the drunken.
Master.
Yeah, something like that. So
Just a mixture of that fighting style.
a fight ensues.
But the form is a mix between drunken master and yoga.
Yeah.
Right? Anyone else?
So drunken yoga?
Drunken yoga. Yeah, well, okay. To not spill the bottle while also being on the defensive.
Drunken master techniques. And who wins? Nicole or Thanatos?
Oh. Well, I mean, how do you respond to just that level of insanity? You know?
It's covered in actual cannibal style buff if you search it on YouTube.
Oh my god.
I love actual
You're
cannibals.
talking about that one? I think I know what you're talking about. The Shia LaBeouf musical?
Yes.
Oh. I don't want to know what that is. I don't want to admit that I know what that is.
It's great.
It is amazing.
So who wins between Thanatos and Nicole?
Oh. Wouldn't be much. Actually, no. Let's have. You see, now we're going to do this like actual screenwriters.
Okay.
Thanatos wins.
Thanatos wins.
Yes, because now we have a sequel we can write.
Thanatos
to me.
wins.
I would like to point to how the end of episode 5 for Star Wars ended.
Down note. Alright, so now we're going to go to Shane. We decreased the caffeine die to 2.
I'll go ahead and spend the $1 to go back to 6.
Okay, going to go down to $1 to go up to 6. Alright, because this is the last screenplay beat in Act 4. Number 24. You get a choice. How do you always end up with the choice one, Shane? Either the hero achieves their goal, and you got to explain how they did it, what does this mean for them now, or the hero fails to achieve their goal. How does it turn out that their failure benefits the main character and their allies more than if they had achieved it?
I'm going to go ahead and say, actually, that the hero achieves the goal despite dying in that fight.
Well, it didn't say dying in the fight, it said they didn't win the fight. They didn't necessarily die. So, okay, so they achieved their goal, which was...
Saving the people from being disappearing.
Yeah, say, because she realized that she keeps changing her freaking goal all the time. It was originally... Need to find out where the client went, and then stuff changed and stuff happened, and time travel and this and that. Okay, so even though Thanatos can't be ripping off Thanos. Thanatos won their goal, or won their fight. The hero Nicole still achieves their goal. So how do they achieve their goal, and what does this mean for them now?
She achieved it by, before going to the attic where they were at, she dropped by herself in repairs and downloaded her memories, so there was a copy of her. So there were 2 of them working it.
Oh, did she download the copies into the past Nicole?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So past Nicole was there as well.
Nice. Yeah, like Thanatos is standing over the future Nicole for one. It's like a whistle from behind, and he turns around and past Nicole's there with the door handle and opens the...
Oh, no, I would say that Thanatos thinks they won. But past Nicole gets the people out of there, the ones that have disappeared, while fighting future Nicole.
Okay, she achieves the goal by...
So what you're saying is that Nicole dies, but still saves the people?
Yep, future Nicole dies, but past Nicole is now also future Nicole.
So one of the time remnants sacrifice itself. Okay, that's the Flash. I get that.
Okay.
Into past Nicole. before going to the attic. And she rescues. No, that's not how you spell rescue. Rescues the people while future Nicole is fighting Thanatos. Right. I have filled up that piece of paper. That is a front and back filled writing extravaganza. And that is the end of Act 4 and the beginning of Act 5. So, as a group, yeah. Says you're almost there. Just the final few scenes left to write. You're feeling so confident that you could finish this before the coffee shop closes that you take a minute to check what films are playing at the nearest cinema so you can catch a movie when you're finished. What movie are you going to see? Is it a new one or a rerun? Add it to the movie list. So what movie is Penny Meadows going to go see after she finishes up with this script? You guys get to collaborate together and decide.
I'm blanking. I just want to say some really bad things.
Yeah.
A remaster of Eight-Legged Freaks.
Is that as good as anything? We're just going to put that down?
There's that. There's also, if we're going to go that route, Chillerama.
What around?
And Chillerama. It's a compilation of movies.
No. They're going to go see Sorority Babes at the Slime Bowl Bowl-orama. It's a great film from like the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. So, I need a movie. You guys got to decide on a movie, so I put it down.
Oh, Eight-Legged Freaks. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Eight-Legged Freaks Remastered. Eight-Legged Freaks Remastered. All right. So now this one, it's where you're at. Mateo, right? Yeah. Okay. We decrease that to 5. You've got $1. I don't know if you want to choose to increase it to 6 or just leave it where it's at. Are you still here, Mateo? We got you still here?
I'll keep it where it's at.
Keep it where it's at. Oh, no problem. Okay. I think, did he take a nap? Is he napping? What are we doing? No. All right. So your screen beat is, so the hero has changed because of the story. They have now overcome their flaws and made a morally right decision. What is it, and how is it a positive result? I'm trying to find, so we get my other screen beat sheet or screenplay sheet.
She's come to the realization that she's made a mistake in thinking that these people are always guilty, and because of that, she decides to turn herself in. Oh, what's my caffeine at, by the way?
At 5. So
At
you're
5.
going from original idea or life experience?
I wouldn't say it's like an original idea, but it is drawing inspiration from the first Civil War, the one in the comics.
Yeah. So she realizes people aren't always guilty, and she turns herself in. in for what she's done. What she has done. Alright. Ka-ching. Alright, TJ, you get the last screen beat. Your caffeine die is on a 4 and you've got $1. Do you want to spend that dollar to raise it up to a 6 or just leave it as a 4?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's spend the dollar.
Spend the dollar? Alright.
Yep.
So your caffeine level is at a 6, so you can use an original idea or a life experience. And so your screenplay beat is the adventure's finally over and the hero returns to their normal life. How will things look now or be better for the hero? Do they go home? Do they return to work? What does it look like?
Is she in prison?
Yeah, so you get to write the ending. How now it's over, and that they return to life, so they're gonna go to prison. So how does life look?
She has to defend herself in court.
Okay.
Why not? Because let's take something from. Oh no, TJ, you can't do that. You can't take anything. I haven't actually seen that movie, so I can claim ignorance.
Claim it as your own.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I know history. I've never seen the series, the Hamilton movie or play or whatever it is.
Oh, me neither. I haven't seen it.
So I just know the history of it. She defends herself. Pretty damning evidence, though, so she's still sent to prison, but given a lighter sentence because of extenuating circumstances. And then, and then, help me out, guys.
I would say that people who are looking into Thanatos kind of plea with her.
Yeah. How bad would it be if she were just to die in prison? Like, day 3, she's just stabbed.
Wouldn't Andrew even go to prison, really? Wouldn't they just...
That would be pretty good, because that's one of the reasons why I disliked 13 Reasons Why Season 3.
Season 3. How many reasons? There's supposed to be
They
13.
made more than one season?
They're gonna make 13.
They pinned it on a toxic gay guy. He goes to jail, even though he's innocent. He dies in jail like the first day he's there. And they're like, well, that's it, guys. The gays did it.
Well, I just say we kill her for conspiracy and then we resurrect her in the sequel.
Because technically, I'm going back over this. So Thanatos, he was covering up a deep, dark android secret that never got fleshed out. Was that the hiding the people in the attic, the deep, dark android secret? Was it something else? Sequel! Sequel!
I'll knock out a cheap sequel, why not?
Yeah, it's like we can do this again some other time. Knock out a cheap sequel, huh? Yeah. But she's killed. Her first night. Yeah.
Her third day. No. Her second week in prison after all the press has died down. You gotta wait. Yeah. When you do something big like that, when you make a martyr, you don't do it right away. You gotta wait. Not that I've thought about it.
But killed the second week in jail.
Because that's perfect. Because you think she has achieved victory or some semblance of it, and then it's just ripped from her right at the end.
You can see her fellow law counsel that are in there when she's getting sentenced and she's being taken away by the bailiffs and stuff, and be like, "Don't worry, we're gonna try to get this on appeal. We're gonna appeal this decision. You shouldn't be in there. No, just wait. We care about you. And then she's going to jail. No appeal, no nothing. Dead. All right, and that's the end. So you finished your screenplay. You feel great about it. I think we do. It might just be the best thing that Penny Meadows has ever written. The only thing now you have to do is give it a title. So as a group, give your screenplay a title. And we're going to write it on top of the screenplay sheet. and it's sure to be a box office success. Your agent loves it. So what's the name of this this movie?
Well, back when I thought there was going to be more space travel, I was going to suggest In Space No One Can Hear You Bleed.
Oh my god. Get out. Let's see, what else do we got?
Lost in Place. There you go.
Lost in Place?
Sure. Better title than anything I got.
Okay, that works.
Lost in Place. Yay. Awesome. So it took us 3 hours, but we did it. We wrote a screenplay.
Yeah.
Screenplay by Penny Meadows at
3
the
hours.
coffee truck in San Francisco, the self-driving coffee truck, using all of her favorite movies. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I want to thank everybody.
I was going to say, so either it's going to be a success and we'll get a sequel, or it's going to flop and her prostitute name will be Penny Slots.
Yeah, Penny Slots. Yeah.
That's bad.
The movie's never going to get made because we're going to have the Android activists protest.
Android activist protesters.
Yep. Objective fate.
Even though it's about androids, Apple's going to sue us, saying it's theirs, and we stole it.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I'm gonna put that? Yeah, actually, let's put this like this.
There was like one movie that I thought was really good. I think it was called Blindness, and people just got so mad because they're like, "Oh, this depicts people with blindness as savages" or something like that.
Oh no, I know. I think I know. You're talking the TV series that had Jason Momoa in it.
No. This was like an actual movie. It was really good. Let me see if I can find the name.
While you're looking for it, I want to thank everybody that tuned in and watched Coffee Shop Screenwriter, Storytelling RPG by William Long. You can find this game, as well as other games designed by William Long of Long Games at www.longgames.co.uk. He just released the other day another RPG game called 24 Hour Crime Scene, in which you play detectives trying to gather evidence and figure out who the possible suspects are, and then all together as a group accuse one of them and see if they actually did it, based on what happens during it. And it plays kind of like how this one does as you're working towards things and everybody's playing and stuff. So, yeah. I'm Logan. This has been been here with TJ, Shane, and Mateo. Thank you guys for playing with me. And we're writing this wonderful screenplay, Lost in Place. Awesome. We'll see if we can flesh it out a little bit into an actual screenplay, and this might actually go somewhere. This might actually go somewhere. Let's see that. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, I run a YouTube channel where I do previews of Kickstarters, how to plays of retail release games, and reviews of board games and card games over there on YouTube. Just look for Logan Chops Reviews. And also, we appreciate any support for the channel. If you want to go over to our Patreon, of course, it's www.patreon.com// whatever slash it is. Logan Chops Reviews. Everything is Logan Chops Reviews. So, yeah. We hope to be bringing you a lot more RPGs like this. And, yeah. And thank you for watching. Mateo, did you find the name of that movie?
Yes, it was called Blindness in 2008. They had Jodie Foster in it, I think.
Oh, okay. Blindness from 2008, if you're interested in seeing that movie or checking it out. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you all next time. It's 9 o'clock. What time is your stream, Mateo, if you're going to be able to do it? 10?
Yeah, around 10.
Around 10. Yeah, on the Discord, not on Twitch. Discord. Yeah, ask them for the link. Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys later. Happy gaming. Bye.